Adam, well done. Job done in the trophy, really.
Yeah, I think that the main aim and the main message to the players on Saturday was make sure we're in the hat. So we did that. I thought we did it second half in a really good style as well. Could have had 5 or 6. So yeah, all round good day.
Yeah, scored 3 and a clean sheet as well. So ticking all the boxes there, really.
Yeah, and it was part of the reason we went strong. I think, like we said last week, winning breeds winning, and it got people in good habits. It was a good feeling for everybody. So the day worked as we planned it.
The draw here away in the next round obviously works up. I suppose it could have been a National League team, so at least it's someone at your own level.
Yeah, I think I'd rather a level below, to be honest with you. But look, if you're going to be successful in any competition, you're going to have to play strong teams and good teams. And we found earlier in the season it's a tricky place to go. So we'll deal with that when it comes round. But it's just another game, isn't it? It's another game we want to win. Another game we want to progress in the cup. So we'll face that one when it comes along.
Clearly you'll take confidence from the performance and the results, and it's rolling that now into Southport on Saturday.
Yeah, definitely. I think the boys are in a good place at the minute. I think even the one loss we've had in recent games we took a lot from positively. So the boys are in a good place. It's important now that we, like when we weren't winning games, we stay focused, we stay kind of humble in what we're doing and make sure we understand where we need to improve. We're still growing as a team. There's still a lot we can get better at. There's a lot of work going on the training ground at the minute to put that right and get everyone to the level they need to be. But we know we're in for a tricky game Saturday. They're on a good run of form as well, so it'll be a tough opponent. But we're all focused on ourselves, and hopefully we can give our away fans something to cheer about.
Yes, I was going to mention, if you'd gone to Southport a month ago, shall we say, you'd have been fairly confident going there, but I think they're unbeaten in 5, 3 wins in that 5 as well.
Yeah, they've really picked up, and when you watch the games, like we have, they're playing in a good way as well. They've got a good style of football. So every away game's tricky in this league, isn't it? It's every game gives you different challenges and different obstacles. But again, I'll say it's about us. It's about what we do and making sure we turn up and keep raising our performance levels. And if we do that, we can match anybody.
And in terms of all the grounds I've been to in this league, if it's wide open at Hague Avenue, and if it's windy, that can be a real factor there.
Yeah, I think the weather at the minute is causing a problem everywhere. So normally, I think every time I've been there, it's either been absolutely peeing down.
Raining from a great height.
Raining from a great height, or gale force winds. So yeah, look, it's I think that's one of the things in non-league football you have to deal with, the environment and the conditions. Watching the games we've watched, the pitch looks fairly decent, and I know they suffered a lot of rain a couple of weeks ago against Chester and managed to. The pitch was still really good, so we've got no worries there really.
As you mentioned, even the game that you lost, you played pretty well in that. So have you noticed a change in the sort of spirits about the place? Are people sort of more of a smile on the face generally now?
I think the whole place. Again, I said it after the game on Saturday, and I'll say it again now. We thank the fans for their backing on Saturday as well, because it was immense, and you feel the difference. You feel the difference in mindset, the difference in energy. It rubs off on the players. It comes into the changing room. It gets around the staff. You feel it in the fans. There's a different feel. And that obviously builds confidence. At the end of the day, we're all human beings, and when you're in a confident place, everything seems to flow. So we just got to keep building. We've got to keep building our togetherness as a football club, building our way of playing, keep picking up points. Our aim this season is to be in the top 7 at the end of the season and be in the mix for promotion, and that's the long-term goal for this season, and we just got to keep chipping them away.
When we spoke last week, we spoke about Dan Mooney. At the time, you weren't quite sure the full extent. Do you have any more information on that now?
Yeah, what we thought, it's his ACL, so that'll be in for the season. Obviously tough for him, tough for us, but I think he's just getting his head around it now, and the boys have been getting around him and giving him the support he needs. So he's in for his operation 1st of December, I think it is, so we'll get that done. Club have been brilliant looking after him, so yeah, it's unfortunate, but it's football, isn't it, and sometimes these things happen.
It's a good point you make, actually. It's a tough time for any player, isn't it, when you know you're out for that length of time?
Definitely, and it's like I say, when players are on the pitch, they're all humans, and they all have emotional sides to them, whether it's good or bad, and it's the same, especially when you're a long-term injury. It's more mental than it is physical. Obviously, the injury will be repaired. It's the tough time mentally that you have to go through, and we have to make sure that we support Dan with that. Make sure he stays strong, and 9 times out of 10, when people do go through these injuries, they come back stronger because it makes them a little bit more resilient, both mentally and physically. So, like I've said to Dan, the bigger picture is positive. It'll come back there for it, and we'll make sure as a football club we're pulling through that.
And even when they do come back, a lot of that sort of training is done on their own, or work with the physio is done on their own initially, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, definitely. And the actual injury, you're normally stronger in that area, so it works out. It works out positive, but it's a lot of hard work. He knows that. There's going to be some tough moments that he goes through, but he's got a good support system around him, and we'll make sure he's good.
Again, when we spoke last week, you mentioned that you were, quotes, actively looking to bring someone in. Obviously, the trophy last week, understandable why you didn't add to that game.
Yeah.
Has any news on that front?
We're looking at a couple. We've had talks with a couple. It's just making sure we get the right one. I think the mode the boys in, we're not just going to take a number for the sake of taking a number, but we want to be competitive. So to be competitive, you've got to have the squad, you've got to have good players. So everybody's pushing each other, and we've got competition for shirts. So we are looking. We are making sure that we've got our conversations are staying live, and hopefully something will happen, but we won't just sign one for the sake of it. We are a little bit low on numbers at the minute. We've got another injury last week with Clarkey. I don't know if you've seen it, but really bad tackle, and that's left him in a bad way, so that's something we've got to deal with, and we're quite low in that area, but we're looking at that at the minute, so we'll see where we go in the next 24 hours.
Yeah, I mentioned Jack Clark because when you did the interview after the game, and I absolutely accept that straight after the game you don't know the full extent, but you said at that time you thought perhaps it wasn't that serious.
Yeah, we obviously carried on, and we took him off more for his hamstring, to be honest with you, just to be precautionary on that, but the following day his ankle swelled up, so he's in a bit of a bad place with that at the minute, so we're just seeing how that settles down over the next couple of days, and then hopefully we'll have a better picture where we lie.
But hopefully no fracture or anything like that there?
We don't think so, no. We need the swelling to go down, so we'll see what happens over the next couple of days.
Final point, there's never an unimportant phase of any season, is there really? But I was just thinking, going over here now, we're mid-November now. You can get through to Boxing Day. If you're through to the next round of the trophy, you're still banging there at the playoff places at the top of the league. First half of the season, despite the fact, at times it's been a bit bumpy, it would still look fairly satisfactory, I'd have thought. Yeah,
I think look, this is a journey, and I think I've been the worst culprit for it, that we've wanted everything now. We've wanted to be the best team in the league, we wanted the best way of playing, we wanted everything to be perfect from the off, and it's been a real journey for us, but I think we have a longer term plan of where we want to be this season, next season, the season after, and we've just got to make sure that we stay focused on that. For me, and it's been tough at times, I don't mind saying it, that I've had to put perspective into place and kind of stay focused on what the job is. I keep saying it, there's been a lot of mistakes, a lot of learning, a lot of good things, but we're in a good place. We're in a place where we feel confident at the minute. We've got a way of playing, we've picked up points. Most importantly, the boys are in a good place, they're feeling confident and they're gelling as a team. But yeah, we want to push on all fronts, so our aim this season is still an awful lot of games to go. There's so many games to go, and I think we forget that sometimes especially when you're in the football bubble, you get caught up in it, but we're in a good place, everything's going in the right direction, and I think as a group we're growing, which is always positive.
And final one for me, just in terms of your injury news, you mentioned Jack Clark obviously, any other problems ahead of Southport as far as you're aware?
No, I don't think so. I think we're all good apart from that. Hopefully we'll be looking at a couple coming back soon as well, which will be nice. We've missed a couple of midfield boys, so that'll be good to get them back out there. But apart from that, we're all good.
Any news on Alex Penny? Because he's been out for a long time.
Yeah, he was at the specialist on Monday, and now he's got to see another specialist to get a final decision. So it's a slow process.
Thank you very much.
You've kind of just touched on it in a couple of ways there, but I was going to mention Reece Hall and David Davis. You're hoping sooner rather than later that they might be back at it, because they've had to be patient as well, haven't they?
Yeah, Digger probably sooner than Reece. Reece was a bad one, so that could be a little bit of time, but we've not had little niggles this season. We've not had like little muscle ones. Every injury has been a joint injury, a knee or an ankle, which are obviously longer longer in term, but they all keep coming in the same positions as well, whether it's centre halves or midfielders or forwards. But look, it's football. We plan for these situations, and like I've said before, Dean and the chairman have been great if we've had to move things around. So it's enabled us to stay competitive.